So let's make it a little better. From Dell into, oh, okay, one more time. From Dell into, oh, come on. From Dell into, whoa, yeah, into this one. Custom stuff. Woohoo! Hey guys, how are you? So finally we are finished our project, me and my son, and the agenda was to make a case swap from DELL XPS8910 into LIAN XL full tower. So everything went very well. And it took us a while. I was collecting a lot of information. Will it work or not? There are not really much info in the internet just throughout the forum. And some guys were able to complete it and make it work. Some were asking the questions. So it took some time. I would say probably a year since my son was collecting the money, and it's very expensive stuff, just the case itself. So finally, after the birthdays and all the grandma spoiling things, you know, he got into a point where he was able to buy a case and the fans for it and some other upgrades like a chair and the monitor. And finally, we received the case and started to take it apart. This old beast. I wouldn't say a beast, you know, it's the Dell computer, which we had pretty big issue. That Dell case was, in my understanding, it was overheating a lot. I would say his idling, you know, temperature was about 60 degree. So my understanding, it's too much just in the idle itself. And when he was playing the games, it was going up to 80 degrees. So I knew that something needs to be done. I just wasn't aware, is it possible to take that Dell and swap it into some aftermarket or custom cases. Finally, we took it apart, and all the parts, all the internal parts went very well, and we were able to swap it into LIAN case. The reason why we got LIAN case, maybe just for the future when he's gonna collect some more money after birthdays and some work that he does at home. I don't pay him a real money, but I do pay him a virtual money. So basically he do the work, and it costs him, I don't know, $3, $10, depend what he does. And I don't want him to spoil and pay him a real money. I know that at the end, when he's gonna grow up, he's not gonna do anything unless I'll pay him. So maybe it's a good thing, but not the great thing either. You know, he's not gonna do anything until you pay him. So I would say virtual money. So finally he's got it. So anyway, the case, the reason we got the case, so he can upgrade some stuff for later on, maybe a motherboard or some, you know, the water cooling stuff, maybe some beefier video cards and all the stuff, memories and blah blah blah. But so far it's really good, and I'm gonna swap the camera and I'll show you the differences are. We went from a 60-degree on the idling to, you know, it depends the room temperature. We went up to like 38, 40, 42, and it's great. It's cooling very good. But so far we got like 6 fans. He's got 3 fans from Corsair, and I gave him my old fans from my old computer, and they are 3-pin. So there's some issues to make the RPMs the way that we wanted it, because the 3-pin fans are very loud. So we were able to adjust and customize the RPMs. So later on he'll upgrade it into a 4-pin fans. But so far, very good. And when he plays the game, it goes up to like 59, 60 is the max. You know, very well holding temperature, and I think it's a good cooling point at the stage that we have what we have in a computer right now. So I'm gonna go into a little bit more details and show what we have, and I'll see you soon. So this is the case itself, and he's got the Corsair, I think QL120 fans. This is the original Dell motherboard in there with the original stock cooler in it, and the video card that I bought him probably a year ago or so. And we used original Dell fan for the exhaust, since if you disconnect right here, if you disconnect that fan, it'll give you the error message when you start a computer, and there's nothing you can do. That's the Dell stuff. There is no customization on the BIOS or anything, and these are the old fans that I gave him. So it's very good. So you can customize the RPMs, and I think it's pretty quiet at this point. But if before they were running the full RPM, and suckers were loud. So there was some difficulties. I couldn't find any information about these RGBs to turn them on. Rarely people explain the things, you know, but I'm sure, you know, so maybe I couldn't find it on YouTube. But anyway, and here's his temperature right now, 40. It jumps, you know, because I think it's automatic overclocking by Dell. It does its own thing. But our temperature in the room right now is 75, and so in our temperature it jumps from 39 to 40, 37, 42. Anyway, so it runs really good. I would say it's a big difference. So from this guy, we used a power supply from Dell, and all the guts and everything went into LIAN case. And the only thing we left right now is those Wi-Fi antennas. I may gonna do something later, but there's that thing right here. They are using like a 2-sided tape, and you have to pull it off, and maybe I'll swap it later, you know, into a case, LIAN. It's not a big deal. But currently he used just a hardwire for the internet, and so that's our project, and it went very well. Absolutely no issues. Some issues with the connections because it's only have two USB ports that runs into IO, I guess, of the computer, and we were needed to buy additional PCI Express card to add some more USBs that you're gonna need to run the fans and RGBs. So that's only a big change, and some couple cables, and well, it works very great, and I hope maybe someone be interested what other things we added into it. I may make additional video with more details, how did we connected all the fans, 3-pin and 4-pin fans, to make it run. But if people got interest, yeah, I can do it. But at this point, I was just trying to show you guys his setup, and it works really well, and he's happy about it. So when he's playing the games and everything, it's awesome. Absolutely great job. So and like I said, my older guy right here, and this sucker is 15 years old, and it works. I overclocked it, and it's perfectly. It holds pretty heavy softwares. And yeah, like 41. Sometimes goes to 38. Absolutely great. So anyway, that's a different story. But right now, that's what it is from Dell. Yes, it's XPS8910. That's the guy right here. Anyway, so from this guy into this thing. But for the future, definitely. It's very expensive for him, but I understand. But we try the best as we can. So one little things in a time. So that's it, guys. That's the swap. Take care. Bye-bye.